And we're live. Okay, so hello everyone. Thank you very much for being here today. Today it's a new members presentation with the new members of the BGA, so we can give them a warm welcome. So as a very short introduction, the BGA or the Blockchain Game Alliance is an organization committed to promoting the blockchain technology or blockchain technologies within the gaming industry. And today we're joined with six very cool, interesting projects that recently joined. So without further ado, let's get started with today's first presenter which is Galin.
Hi everyone. Thanks for inviting us into this new members presentation. I understand that my camera might have some issue, so just take me as loading phase. Yeah, but you can check me out on LinkedIn after the presentation. So yeah, let me just do a presentation on my project here. Okay, can everyone see my screen here?
Yes, we can see it.
All right, cool. So thanks once again for watching this stream. My name is Galen. I'm the founder and project lead for this project called Reitio. So we are a project that is aiming to solve the issue of 3D design in the metaverse, which I will explain shortly about the details later. So as we all know, we are in the Blockchain Game Alliance, right? So we are familiar with the potential of the open metaverse or Web3 metaverse, and the market opportunity is really immense as we speak. So as more and more like enterprises and companies join in to build up on the whole metaverse and the Web3 space, we do see that there's really a huge number of like funds that has been injected into the space, and a lot of like sum of money, in this case 120 billion, has been already invested into the space itself. So in 2030, there is like an estimation. Of course, there's varying source of different numbers, but what we do see from the McKinsey report is that by 2030, the value of the metaverse could reach up to 5 billion, and this is just a conservative sum. So other opportunities within the space that we see so far at this current moment is that we have already seen brilliant projects like Sandbox, Decentraland, building up like the metaverse or the virtual worlds that has been used by many major brands. But what we are about to see, right, in the next phase of the metaverse development is the adopters aspect. So what adopters and the early adopters want from from the whole metaverse development is the ability to create assets easily, as well as the product design aspect. And of course, if we are moving towards a Web3 metaverse, the Web3 metaverse would basically be a replacement of the current Web2 space that we're seeing, where social media, Google is a place where people can express themselves truly. So we do foresee that in the Web3 future, people, ordinary users, they will be able to make use of the different tool sets available in the metaverse to showcase their creative side as well as their individuality. So we do believe that the content creation and the graphic design aspect is also very much needed. Yeah, and as mentioned earlier, we have seen a lot of big brands, and of course, the 5 brands that I've shown on this slide are just some of the many examples. And these top 5 brands alone, they have generated more than $243 million worth in NFT revenue. And these NFTs has usually been deployed into the different metaverse that we are seeing today, or in the form of 3D NFTs. So the problem right now, right, of course, there's a few problems that the whole industry and all of us are trying to solve. So in Reitio, right, one of the problems that we have identified and we are planning to solve is the area of the user-generated content creation process. So currently, 95% of users who are using the Web2 or Web3 metaverses are currently sidelined from the whole creation process. And why I say that is because in order for you to create a custom 3D asset, you will need to have a specific skill set or maybe some certification in order to use like Blender or even like Unity 3D. So this sort of like have impede the progress of the mainstream adoption, because as you can see for the Web 2 world, social media like Instagram, TikTok, you really get to see a lot of like ready-made apps as well as desktop applications that users could easily use without the need of coding to create something that is customizable. Like for example, they can create a YouTube video, or maybe like a graphic design that they can refer to canva.com to create something customizable within seconds or minutes. So this problem has sort of like stopped a lot of users from getting into the metaverse, because in the metaverse currently we still have yet to see a Web3 equivalent of all these toolkits for all the different ecosystem within the metaverse. So self-expression, what we believe is that it should not be a challenge that demands extraordinary talent, but should be a right accessible to all. And this very phrase has been pretty much reflect how a whole metaverse or the future of metaverse should be like, where every individual who gets to the metaverse, they would naturally be representing themselves in a virtual form. And this virtual form should be a form that they could freely express how they want themselves to be displayed in the virtual world. So our solution today that I'm going to introduce is a very user-friendly toolkit that we are currently building, and we're currently in the first stage of development. So our toolkit itself, right, essentially will allow ordinary users, right, to pick from thousands of different templates to create a unique 3D asset that they could call their own. And these assets, right, could be deployed and minted within minutes. And best of all is that for all the virtual worlds and projects that partner with us, we will then work closely with the respective games and virtual worlds to come up with something like a bridge where users who deploy or create 3D assets using our platform, they will be able to directly deploy these 3D assets into the virtual world, without going through a third party or intermediary. So our approach of creating this toolkit is basically to create something that is codeless and templates oriented. So you can think of us like a Web3 version of Canva, and this is our basically our main objective and our main goal, to create something that is really simple to use for everyone, whether you are you are a children, or maybe you are maybe in your 50s who might not know like Blender software. Anyone can make use of our toolkit to create a 3D asset that they could call their own. So we wanted to create a platform in order to allow the mainstream users to be familiarized with the whole creation process. We are developing our platforms to be Canva-like, and we also allow users to create a 3D assets using multiple different asset blocks or asset parts with a very Lego-like experience. So the drag and drop is one of the most prominent feature that you're going to see on our platform, where users with a click of a mouse, they can click, drag, and customize the kind of positions that they want for the different asset blocks. And this is what we call modular 3D blocks. And of course, for creators or professional creators that might already have a collection of assets that they want to contribute or monetize through our platform for other people to use and customize, we also welcome professional creators to join our program or join our platform to contribute to our template library. For the second and third stage of our platform, right, basically what is going to happen is that after we have created this toolkit and we manage to gain massive traction, or the traction that we prefer or we want, we will actually introduce a feature known as Metaverse Profile. So this Metaverse Profile, right, you can think of it like a Facebook profile or maybe a Twitter profile. So in the Web2 space, the user profile on the social media usually is a place for you to display your photos, your posts, your feeds. So what makes us different from a Web2 profile is that every users that sign up on our platform, especially creators, they will actually be able to have this 3D profile that they could display all the creations that they have built through our platform. And best of all is that because we also allow the import-export capability, if you have a specific custom 3D asset that you want to display on our profile or our gallery, you could actually do so. So this is something that we will actually offer our users in the coming months ahead. And of course, talking about the user groups, right, we are actually targeting two key participants in the metaverse. The first group are the demand side, which are the main or the majority of the metaverse participants. Because as we know by now, Web3 metaverse is going to be a prominent feature in the Web3 world, where a lot of people, they will live, work, play, and even do anything that they want in the virtual world. So we do believe that our toolkit will be pretty essential in the coming years ahead. And the other group that we are going to target are the supply side, which are the professional 3D artists, because we do know that there are already a lot of existing 3D artists that comes up with excellent and brilliant like 3D artworks or assets that they wanted to monetize. So we are offering an additional flow of like income stream for them, at the same time an additional platform for them to monetize their product and asset as well. Yeah, and in turns, right, we will also want to create a new form of creators economy in the form of 3D NFTs. So creators economy in the future, we do foresee that there will be more and more people that will gradually or eventually get to know how to create custom 3D assets, maybe for example using our platform, and then through that, right, they could even monetize the custom 3D asset that they have created and sell it to for for additional income, or as a side hustle. So this is what we do foresee in the coming years ahead. The 3D creator economy will be created as a result of a Web3 metaverse. So of course, talking about that, right, we will also touch on the protocol architecture. But due to time constraint, I'm just going to do a speed run on it. So in order for us to create a 3D asset deployment across multiple chains that are built, because different worlds, they are built on different chains. So we will be working on a chain agnostic middleware as well for a metaverse that is multi-chain based. And our go-to-market basically are in a few areas, which are creators, partners, strategic partners, and deployment partners. More details can be shared. If you're interested, just send us an email and we can have a chat on that. And of course, what's a project without tokens these days? So for our project, right, we will actually introduce a token known as round token. And this round token will be mainly used for protocol revenue and consumable transactions. And we actually offer a low platform fee for every 3D assets that's created on our platform. And we also offer an optional royalty for creators. So all these serviceable transactions will be transacted in round token. And we wanted also to foster a co-creation community, and so we will actually have some sort of initiative as well as some mechanisms to ensure that the assets as well as the co-creation will continue in the years ahead after our product is launched. And of course, that's not to say that we are the only sole player in the space. There are actually quite a number of players from the Web 2 and Web 3 space that are already building something similar. But what we can offer is as such. So we are pretty much, as compared to other platforms, we are targeting more like simple to use interface. So we are targeting to build a platform that is user friendly and beginner friendly. And the turnaround time is usually within minutes or even seconds after you have built a custom asset. And our platform also is available on a browser-based application or on a website, so that anyone who has a laptop, doesn't have to be a high-spec laptop, could actually utilize our platform to design a 3D custom asset. And we, for now, we also allow people to export all these 3D asset in the form of NFT that they could actually send to even OpenSea or other third-party marketplaces. So this is our roadmap, and I'm going to skip that because it's very boring. And here we are. I mean, the whole project is not possible without all the team members that has been helping me throughout the whole 1 year. So my name is Galen, and I have a total experience of more than 5 years. And I've been involved with various projects and working with various projects, including Aave, it was known as eFlam before, PingX, Luno, Polkadot. And I have other trusted teammates as such, a fellow co-founder, and 2 core team members. And of course, I also have in total 7 team members together that builds Reitio. So lastly, we have also been actively reaching out to a lot of partners, especially partners within the BGA ecosystem, and any partners that are building a metaverse or a GameFi project. We are certainly open to partner with you. So if you are keen to actually speak to us, whether is it for any reasons, just feel free to email us at enquire@reitio.com. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you very much for presenting. Very interesting and very cool. Definitely a tool that will be very useful. I'm seeing some people nodding right now, so it will be very cool to make life easier for developers out there. So thank you very much for presenting. Let's move on to our next presenter, Antanas from MG Labs. Antanas, are you ready?
Yes, hi there, guys. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
So I'm gonna share screen.
Cool.
My name is Danas. I'm the co-founder of MG Labs. You can actually call me Lucas. Yeah. Just wait a moment, please.
Sure.
Can't I share just my whole screen?
You can, yes, you can share anything you want for sure.
Yeah, because it just says me to upload the file, but I'm just gonna download it. So
No,
let me.
you can share the whole screen or window, or if you're sharing Google
Yeah,
no
yeah, yeah, yeah,
spreadsheets,
I see, I see, I
slides.
see. Sorry, yeah, yeah.
Yep, found it.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
awesome.
Yeah, so MG Labs, get ready to enjoy play to earn games. This is our slogan. Here you can see our all the games which we are developing now. Who we are? So we are a game development studio with over 20 industry veterans, and we have basically common passion: develop original, proper games with play to earn component. Um, who we are. So we are a game development company that develops high-end play-to-earn games that strike chord of players from all over the globe. Our vision is simple: to create absolute best of two worlds. So bring AAA gaming and cryptocurrency in the shape of a fully developed play-to-earn model, and we have significant amount of expertise in the field of the blockchain gaming, and we're really prepared to offer some innovations for the industry because it really needs. Little bit about us. So our main game at the shooter, we raised over 3 million with our first IDO. Right now we gathered over 150K community of members. We expanded with the more than 20 team members in total. We already basically gathered more than onboarded more than 20 guilds. Right now we have 60 partners, 4 games in development. Meta Shooter, our first game, has 5 million basically tokens staked to play the alpha version, basically 5% of total supply. We have 10,000 players with our right now 2 existing games, so 9,000 with already alpha version of Meta Shooter, and we have already 1,000 early adopters for our other game, Fishwares, which I'm gonna show you as well. And also some quick facts. We really believe in onboarding of Web2 community. So also Meta Shooter is listed on Steam platform. This is the only Web3 game on Steam, and you can actually download it and play it. So here's the Meta Shooter. So Meta Shooter is the first decentralized blockchain-based hunting metaverse, a realistic high-end AAA style of hunting experience in a breathtaking open world for hardcore players. It's available right now on PC. We're developing mobile version as well, and right now you can, as I mentioned, download it on Steam platform, and you can actually play it. And there is also free to play mode for players, and for those who already want to compete, they can already play to earn version as well. Basically, how it looks like: so you're basically receiving token rewards by completing missions, challenges, by basically hunting down the rare animals. There's variety of animal species with different types of rarities and values, as well as the utilities. You can also purchase lands, breed NFT dogs, build towers, provide stamina and other resources for other players, and get passive income. And you can basically use a variety of equipment like in real life to become stronger and exceptional hunter. This is some footage from our Halloween challenge. You can actually try it out, and you can try to shoot 15 pumpkins in a 40 seconds. There's also hundreds of different animal species available in the meta shooter, in our open world. You can monetize our trophies, get rewarded by utilizing them and hunting them down. And you can also use some additional equipment in order to not basically to spot them and to outsmart them, because we're using AI behavior technologies on animals. Our As I mentioned, our game is open world. This 50 square kilometer open world, basically similar like GTA 5, so it's huge. And all the time we're adding some new things, so it's really vast free roam hunting metaverse. As well, each in-game asset is NFT. You can already basically purchase NFTs here on our own NFT marketplace, on Binance NFT and other ones. And basically, guns, vehicles, everything lands is in our game NFT for basically all the user experience. Here's some animals and pictures from our alpha versions. They already look sharp, but we are even working to get them better. And the game is on Unreal Engine 4, but right now we switched Unreal Engine 5, so even graphics right now it's even better. Fishverse, our second game, so as well, really interesting and unique game. So as well, fully open world, which is pretty rare for a mobile game, even on the Web 2 market. Millions of fishing and play turn enthusiasts can enjoy the closest thing possible to real fishing inside of the vibrant community. So you can basically experience it from any device. And it's already approved by the Google Play and the App Store. So that's also great. It means that we can move forward through the already next step of our gaming studio in a web-free space. Gameplay features, as I mentioned, open world, variety of realistic environments. You can as well purchase repair shops and provide services for players as well as the resources. You can customize your NFT equipment, and the best part is that you can earn by fishing. So it means that you can complete a single player mode challenges and missions in the open world, and you can basically play in the PvP and tournaments to basically even more compete with the players and even basically raise your level and basically get a better fishing equipment and be a better fisher. And like in real life, each NFT you catch, the NFT's fishes, of course, has distinct characteristics. And NFT, even the NFT technology, helps us to create even more realistic game. It means that each NFT you catch is different, like in real life. This is our prototype on Unity Engine. It's already live. You can download it on iOS or Android powered devices. Also, this is our other game, which is upcoming, Zone of Bounty. So 6 versus 6 multiplayer and solo team battle royale inside of a basically huge open world. So as you see, we really like open world games, and we really believe that it's pretty fun thing to have a part of the competing as well. As well, our other game, which is upcoming next year, 2023, Meta Defender, more of strategic type of the gameplay, but also really nice visuals and great and interesting gameplay as well. And a little bit about our basically products as well. So we are not only developing AAA games on the blockchain, but we are also creating the whole ecosystem for our users. So it means that in order to build an accessible game for everyone, our mission is to offer clear explanation how the blockchain system operates, because one of the main missions is transfer Web 2 community to the Web 3, because we believe that that's what the GameFi is struggling with. And each of our current and upcoming game will have players dashboard where users can buy in-game NFTs, stake tokens, swap tokens, complete quests, and way more. And everything is basically explained in the simple way. Here is some of our dashboard examples for our 2 existing games. So here's a referral program. You can check it live. Fishware's daily quest for marketing purposes and also additional earnings. Our NFT marketplace, staking wallet, all the infrastructure is already developed and it works. And Meta Shooter as well as Hunt's taken already. You can also check it live. So we also have ideas to offer it for other games, other projects who are struggling to develop such as things, and to have basically the whole ecosystem connected with their game APIs. What you should also wait for, so we're planning to launch MG Labs DAO utility token and game creators ecosystem. As I mentioned, 2 games are upcoming, Web3 game store as well, Launchpad and guild management system. So some of them already prepared in a technological way, but we haven't launched them yet. And of course, more features are coming. This is only the main things what we're doing, and we're gonna do it even more. We are basically creating the whole gamify ecosystem with all our partners, guilds, and NFT partners, and etc. Where basically all of our games is going to be not only standalone games, but basically part of the huge collaborative network. Also, some really important partners and pretty uncommon partners in Web3 space: P3, Nvidia, Epic Games, Steam. Are also our partners regarding the game development, so which we are pretty proud for. And yeah, all in all, thank you for listening. You can meet us actually in NFT London and a token 2049 summits and crypto summits. And yeah, ping us over the Telegram of any project. Our team member will reply, email, anything. So yeah, guys, really thank you for listening. And yeah, looking forward to meet you.
Awesome. Thank you very much for presenting very cool games. They look very, very cool. Um, Also looking forward to seeing them on Unreal Engine 5. They will certainly look really cool as we've seen today. So thank you very much for presenting. Let's move on to the next presenter, Fotis from Prom. Fotis,
Yes,
you ready?
that is correct. Yes. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can.
Excellent. So, hello everyone. Thank you very much for having us host, and I would like to take this moment to thank BGA for being such good partners so far. We expect even more things in the future with you guys. Glad to be members of the Alliance. And now, regarding the presentation, to be honest with you, I'm not very fond of pitching, and I will go briefly through our pitch deck and touch a little bit on our features, but I will not get technical. I will share more interesting things with you. So, Prom, give me a second. What is Prom? First and foremost, Prom currently is an all-in-one platform focused on NFT gaming. But before we get to see what we are now, we have to see where we came from, our history. Prom was founded 4 years ago, and it was named Prometheus Labs. After 4 years, we saw the need for a rebranding because the whole course of our attention in the company shifted towards blockchain gaming. Now, before we had very cool projects. A few of them worth mentioning is Prosper, the first prediction market, which was later acquired by the Animoca brands. And of course, we are very proud of our game guild, Tuzanye, which is the biggest one in Uganda, Africa. So, some of our features include marketplace, rental, mortgage, and DEX. The core features are marketplace and rental. Sometime along the way on our roadmap, of course, we have the mortgage and the DEX. Let's dive deep into the marketplace. Anything we do comes from our research that has to do with the needs of the market. So we create solutions to problems that already exist in the market. We, in essence, try to make things more easy and convenient for the users, first and foremost. Now, our aim with the marketplace is to have all games on one platform. It is going to be completely decentralized, secure, and of course, the gaming-oriented filters which we mentioned here are going to make what I already mentioned, the user experience much more easy and friendly. How we do that? So we basically aggregate data across internal game marketplaces, and we enable users to make purchases from different games in one transaction. Our rental system, which we are very proud of, is a very unique, safe, and easy to use. Just to go briefly over the core functionalities, we are using smart contract-based wallets with limited functionality, which means that usually with the smart contracts, the limit is the sky. But when it comes to renting, in order to make things more secure, when the transactions happen between the borrower and the lender, what we do is we restrict the functions of the smart contract so that it can be used only for playing purposes. So from the moment of the rent and throughout the duration, the person who rents the NFT can only use it for the purposes of the game. He can no longer transfer the NFT asset outside to any other wallet except for the wallet of the owner. And of course, he cannot manipulate it in harmful ways. He cannot burn or destroy it. And once the renting period is over, the NFT will return back to the owner along with any profit. The profit now can be either a flat rent fee or a split revenue model. Our core features now, it is non-collateral, doesn't require any pledge or contribution from player side, revenue split, which I already mentioned. It is non-custodial, Prom and all smart contracts don't store or don't have access to user assets, and there is no integration needed in most cases. our developers team, they are doing the best they can to make the integration process as smooth and fast as possible, especially when it comes to EVM compatible chains. Let me tell you, it can take even minutes. For more technical details, of course, we can have our developer team members to explain in further detail. But for today's presentation, I don't think it's necessary. As I said, later on, we're going to have gaming decks, of course, again, gaming oriented, flexible, easy to buy, and about the liquidity aggregation. Prom Dex uses routing from other exchanges to increase the liquidity of the in-game asset. Marketplaces and benefits. Well, there are what we offer, let's say, can be split in three categories: the white label marketplace, the primary listing, and the aggregation. Now, again, I will not get into much detail because I want to share with you about the mortgage as well. It is something we have along the way. Now, guys, I want to share with you our vision. And we don't need a pitch deck for that. I'll be honest here, we don't reinvent the wheel. There are other marketplaces, there are other rental systems, mortgages, and dexes. What we do better, and it separates us from our competition, is our ethos, our principle, and our vision. No one else currently, and I can say that with safety, spends so much time and effort and, of course, capital to investing what the user needs. So far, as we discover, we don't have so many actual gamers in Web3 gaming, which is a sad reality. But we understand the potential of blockchain gaming, and we invest everything we have in it. So in 2 years' time, or in 3 years' time, this is somebody no one can say with certainty, when we will have very nice AAA games in Web3 gaming, then we will have more gamers, real gamers, and not people that will just come in and go out for all the wrong reasons. For those gamers, we are also creating educational content, we are creating tools, and we are searching every method to make the transition between Web2 gaming to Web3 gaming for users as smooth as possible. Now, let's get back here. And of course, at this point, I want to say a few words about our partners. Anyone who has been with us so far, and anyone who will join us on the huge journey we have ahead, it is going to be an estimated partner, which we heavily focus on. Some few marketing things. I mean, again, we don't reinvent the wheel. I want you guys to understand that. AMA sessions, of course, we will have a competitive spirit. We will organize tournaments. We will co-host things. We will have Twitch gaming sessions, any activity you can imagine on all social platforms. But again, all those things come standard most days now. What we really, and this is something I cannot show through a pitch or I cannot show through a video, is the deep connection we have with our partners. We collaborate at such a level that any day, any moment of the day, we can get in touch, solve issues that we might have, and proceed. And I openly welcome anybody watching this, anybody from the BGA community, to not just join Prom, but take a deeper look at what we are creating and what we are investing both our money and time to. For example, what our fellow presenter here from MG Labs presented for his AAA games. Very interested. I will gladly meet you up in Paris. I'm sorry, I was in Paris for the last conference. In London for NFT 22 and Token 2049. And this is the only way we are going to make this industry flourish. Because in essence, we need people to transition from Web 2, from Web 3. It doesn't matter how long we devote ourselves to creating platforms such as Prom or games, AAA games even, if nobody is there to watch the great projects we created. Thank you very much for your time. and I'll see you all in London.
Awesome. Thank you very much for presenting and for the cool words at the very end. Definitely, I think that it resounded to some of us. This is what we're building and why we're building. So thank you very much for your presentation as well.
My pleasure.
And okay, awesome. So let's move on to the next presenter, which is Alex from Soundpickr. Alex, are you ready?
Yep, absolutely. So I'll just prepare my presentation as well. Whilst
Sure.
I'm doing that, I'll start with a quick introduction. So, hello, everybody. My name is Alex Lopez, and I'm joining you, funny enough, from London, UK. So myself and the whole team are based here, and look forward to seeing you all at NFT London. Right, you should be able to see my slides right now. So, super simple. Most Web3 games have to spend loads of money to produce high quality audio and soundtracks. So what Soundpickr does, so we are a metaverse music player that offers the best music so that you also have the right permissions. So, and we keeping those record labels happy. That way the studios can focus on creating a great game experience while we just simply save you hundreds of thousands in music costs. So I'll be super brief. I've got a custom presentation for today, but essentially some of the most common things that we've heard from our partners is things like not having enough money for music, or going and getting very cheap music, or as well just simply not having the right permissions for music. A great example of this, of a platform not having permissions for music, was Meta, who just got sued for $245 million for not having the right permissions for using that music. In this case, thanks to our partners in the music industry and with our technology, we're able to give those permissions so that no record label will come around and essentially present you with a massive bill. Super simple. It's absolutely no code to be done from the development side. It's a copy and paste of code so that you can connect a simple music player to our database. Again, all of these songs are in the blockchain, so we can track all the usage on chain. Super simple as well. As you can see, musicians and record labels provide the songs, and then we're able to open up that full database over to whether it's a play to earn game, if it's a metaverse. We've got also move to earn and all of these fitness apps. And we're able to offer both those transparent reports, so you actually can see it on the platform as well as on chain as to how much those songs are being used, as well as being able to report back to our partner record labels and making sure that everybody's happy in that picture. Right now, we are operating on the Solana ecosystem. However, our technology makes it easy so that it works on absolutely any chain. We've got metaverse partners and game partners in Solana, on Polygon, as well as in the Near protocol. So the only thing that is affected by the Solana is the data as well as the payments. Super interesting as well. Some of our partners are choosing to be able to offset some of these costs. So one of the key things that we can do is to take the payments from some of the earnings that the players get. All of this obviously works on the play to earn systems. And by taking those small offsets from the player's income, what that means is that we're able to remove all music costs from the developers, meaning that while music is being paid for, it costs nothing to the developers. So we're very confident that we're able to save up hundreds of thousands of dollars on high quality music for the studios, and at the same time making sure that all these record labels are happy and that nobody is going to be chased afterwards, of course. We've got a couple of phases. So at this stage, our music meta player is limited to select songs from the Soundpickr site. So we curate the playlist for you, and we're able to deliver that depending on how often you want new music, or if you just want to keep the same music. You'll be able to update your playlist as we go along. At the start of next year, we're opening up the platform so that our partners can select music and be able to curate their own playlists and soundtracks based on what players like the most. So you'll be able to see whether people are listening to a song or if they're skipping it, and also measure what genres, what artists, what composers they prefer, and be able to offer that music to your players. As a final standpoint, we'll be able to also offer an opportunity for players to select their own favorite music. With this, since we already have all of these permissions from the record labels, what that allows you and allows your players is to listen to music in game, offering a new avenue for engagement and for a more curated experience, while again not having those future problems with the music industry. That is pretty much where we are with all this. We really believe in the value of high quality audio. You can trick the eye, but you cannot trick the ear. And so it's super important to be able to offer the best quality music. Whether it's a play turn game, your metaverse, the users can organize events and invite their friends. All of these things really matter for high quality audio. And the most important thing is that if you're reproducing music, that you've got the right permissions for it. We're also going to be at NFT London, like I mentioned. We're going to be at Token 2049. And if anybody is in Lisbon for Solana Breakpoint, a team member of ours is in Lisbon at the moment. So please do reach out. Contact details are on the screen. And we're happy to talk and partner up. So look forward to hearing from all of you and meeting some of you at NFT London. And hopefully I didn't go over my 5-minute limit. So thank you so much, guys, and look forward to meeting up.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Alex, for presenting. Very cool project, definitely. And I'm pretty sure also that this will be very helpful for developers out there who are looking for music and want to keep the quality of their game they're building, but also the music they will be presenting on the game. So thank you very much for presenting. Okay, let's move on to Ben from Revolt Games. Ben, you ready?
Yes, thanks. Thanks, Luis. Going to share my screen. And here we are. All right, so I'm Ben, one of the co-founder of Revolt Games, that is a studio behind Neopolis. So basically what we are doing, we're transforming the world into a giant game board. So we've been focused on location-based games, so with the idea of reinventing the location-based games genre. And so for that, we're building a game where we can buy and trade, manage real-world buildings like restaurants, landmarks, shops, and also land parcels connected to the real world. So basically, we in our game, what we can do, the game is location based. So we interact with all the things around us, but also all the people that live in the same city, in the same region, and so we can manage our real world properties and collaborate or compete with other people. The social aspect of the game is really important. And in the game, you can also virtually travel. So the game, from the beginning, we focus on just building a fun game where players have fun for a long time. And so now we've built the game for 2 years, and now that we've reached high retention metrics, we've added Web3 incentives in the game. So basically, in the game, anyone can play for free. It's a free-to-play game. You can have fun, socialize, build your virtual empire with off-chain by earning off-chain assets. But at some point, if you get enough progression in the game, if your guild is successful in the game, you will earn your first plot of lands. And when you become landowner, you become the landowner. So you get a piece of Paris, of London, of Tokyo, anywhere in the world. And so when you become landowner, you get access to a new game mode where you can organize events on the map, on the real world, but you can also customize your land and get rewarded if the players play on your land. And of course, in the game, you can also partner with your friends or with other players to create a corporation. And when you create a corporation, you can you can control a part of the real world. So you can basically fight with other corporations for territory. So you can become the #1 corporation in a city, in a country, and in the world. And so yes, we've worked hard for 2 years to focus on the retention. So today we have a day 30 retention that is among the best one in the App Store and the Play Store. And so now that the retention is high, we've only launched the game in 4 countries in Europe. And now we are preparing the worldwide launch. We just need to add the Web3 incentives inside the game, so you can get your land NFTs directly from playing the game. And then we need to add the guild-based gameplay. And so we will be good to launch the game worldwide. And we hope that we can do that in 6 to 9 months. That's the goal, actually. And so the game is also already profitable. We're making some so yes, we having 200,000 active players right now that are watching ads or making in-app purchases. And then soon it will be also possible to buy like highly premium content, like very rare plot of land. We also sold out our first collection of 10,000 land NFTs, and we are preparing a mint that will be announced in the next few weeks. So if anyone wants to own a piece of the United States, just hit me up, and so the mint will be very rewarding for all the people that join the community right now, because we are still very early in the Web3 side. And so in the game, you have some currencies that are off-chain. So for example, the Neo coin that is pretty easy to find in the game. You have the Neo cash that you win when you get some performances. And then when you become landowner, you can start earning the N-Land token, that is the in-game currency. That is the most valuable currency in the game. And so you have also, in terms of assets, you have the real world buildings that are off-chain assets that you just can manage for a few weeks. And then you can have earn some items or hire employees. And then you also have the land NFTs. And so yeah, basically we are a team of 15 now, based in France, Lyon, and Paris, and so yeah, we're preparing the worldwide launch that will arrive soon, and we would love to invite anyone to join the DAO and the community, because we aim to build to really transform the world into a giant game board, to make to bring fun in each city in the world.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ben, for presenting. It looks very cool game, a very cool game for sure. The numbers are great as well, so congratulations. And
thanks. And the game can be downloaded on the App Store and the Play Store right now. So
okay.
anyone who wants, it's Neopolis.
Okay, awesome. No, thank you very much for presenting and for letting us know. Okay, awesome. So let's move on to Rob from Double Coconut. Rob, are you ready?
I am ready. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you for having me here. Alrighty. So I'm Rob. I'm the head of business development for Double Coconut. We are a game development studio. We've been around for a little over 10 years now. We were originally kind of focused on mobile and Unity development, but over the last couple of years, we've really moved into more of the Web3 and the blockchain space. We have 78 developers on our team. We're based primarily out of Armenia, with myself and our CEO based here in California. So we have done a lot of work for hire over the years. So right now we have titles out on iOS and Android that are ports of existing Web3 blockchain games. We've done a lot of work with the Splinterlands franchise. In the past, we've worked for WB, Microsoft, Facebook, Ellen DeGeneres, quite a number of great partners over the years. The game that we are currently working on that we're very proud of is a co-development project with Splinterlands. So Splinterlands itself is a card battle game and a collectible card game. And we are creating a tower defense game in their universe. So the game is a standalone tower defense game that will have cross-chain NFT functionality with their existing Splinterlands IP. So people that have a Splinterlands account and have the Splinterlands cards can take those and stake them into our tower defense game for bonuses and perks within the existing game. We are full steam on development for this game, and we're looking to have this launched early next year. So that is one of the titles that we have in development with the studio. A few of our previous titles, we did a great iOS game called Paralyzed, which was a finalist in the Google Indie Play contest. We had our hit game Milky Way Miner, which was a really fun idle game. We have done our development with Splinterlands. So we took their existing game, which was web-based, and we ported it over to iOS and Android. And in doing that, we had to face a few challenges. A lot of the mobile platforms are still really evolving with their blockchain and their Web3 implementations. So we had to go in and create a custom integration between the mobile game and the blockchain, in this case with Splinterlands, that's on Hive, that was in compliance with iOS and with Android, but still allowed the users to go in and play their full games with the NFT cards that they had already purchased. Some of our past games that I had mentioned, we worked on Heads Up, which is a very popular game with Ellen DeGeneres and WB. We did Deal or No Deal for iWin, which was a great mobile version of that game show. We also did Jewel Quest for iWin, which is, they have that amazing franchise, a number of those titles there. And then recently we have been doing, as I said, a lot of work on the blockchain. So we created a Web3 version of a skills game. So you could basically go in and play this game and earn real tokens for your different actions. So you can play 21, you can play solitaire. We have a few other games on there, and this all falls under that skills style of gameplay. So you are allowed to play that and earn real tokens there. We've also done some casino games in the past. The studio, we've got a great track record, great history there. And so we've worked on quite a few different franchises. Some of our specialties, we are quite experienced now in Web3, having done 5 or 6 titles, our own internal ones and also ones for other clients. We have a good deal of experience in monetization and how to make these games efficient with the tokenomics flow and making sure that they're, the proper sinks, the proper taps are all in there, so you're not blowing out your economy, and that you have a game that is sustainable. You have a franchise that can really last over time, and you're not just going to get kind of wiped out as soon as your token goes out to the public and people are able to dump it on the market. That type of system doesn't work well for anybody except those people that happen to have some early tokens. So a lot of our focus is on that proper balance in tokenomics. How do you make these games sustainable and fun at the same time? Just basically having an APR where people just put in their tokens and earn more tokens. That's not really a game. That's a bank. So we want to make sure that the games that we're making are fun. The games that our partners have come to us to have help with are intelligently created and something that people want to play, and they're not just there to try to earn more money. In addition to the Web3 work, we're a Unity specialty studio. So we have a tremendous amount of experience there, and we've worked with Unity on some projects. So really like the guys over there. And then we've got internal smart contract developers, so folks that can do contracts on Solidity, on Rust, Tezos, a number of the contracts that are out there. So if people are looking for help, looking for that support to help get your games to market faster, we absolutely encourage folks to reach out to us and see if we can help out. So that's kind of our quick rundown there. I've got my information there if people want to reach out. And I really appreciate having this opportunity to present what we're doing at Double Coconut and let you guys know about what we're doing.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Rob, for presenting.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Thank you for having us.
No, thanks for being here, actually. And thanks to all of you for being here today, to the presenters, and to anyone who was watching also. Really impressed with the projects. I'm pretty sure that anyone who watched was very impressed as well. So thank you again for being here. Welcome to the BGA, and I hope to see you again next time, hopefully demo day or another event. So thank you very much again, and hope you have a good week. Goodbye.
It was a pleasure.
See you.